We are picking up our first free item. I messaged this person on Facebook yesterday. I'm gonna make Andy go in and grab it. It's just on the porch though.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think the light is beyond capable maintenance.
More trouble than what it's worth.
Yep.
Hey beautiful people, this week I'm trying out the furniture flipping side hustle, which I guess isn't all furniture, so little disclaimer there, but basically this week I'm going to be looking on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, thrift stores, the side of the road, and seeing what items I could find for free or relatively inexpensive and flip them for a profit. To lay some ground rules, I didn't want to travel more than 10 miles, give or take, to get an item unless it was already on the way to where I was going. I also didn't want to spend a lot on materials to fix up different items and was trying to find more free items versus items that I could buy low with the hope of selling higher. All right, initially my game plan was to find couches, clean them up, and flip them. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube actually do this method where they actually will rent out storage units to store all the couches that they flip. Unfortunately, here's what I found. This week I found one decent one, this one here. It's nice, it looks nice, there's no rips, there's no stains. It was like a lazy boy couch, and the only caveat was the fact that it was a recliner and one of the sides didn't work and the other side did. But other than that, it looks like a great couch, like I wouldn't even have to do that much cleaning to it, and it was absolutely free. However, the guy wanted to hold on to this until late next week when his new furniture arrived, so I couldn't get it in time for this video, but this was an example of a really good find that I would have picked up, and I definitely think you could get I would say at least $200 for this. This week, I pretty much lived on Facebook Marketplace, so here's what I actually ended up finding. Andy just got home with a find that I thought was good, and
it looked good on the pictures, but I mean,
it's not as great.
I don't think it's as great. I don't know if it'll pull some money, but hey.
Maybe we could fix it up. So this first thing was a table for 20 bucks and it looked super nice. I was like, surely we could get more than 20 bucks. Yeah, I definitely thought it was maybe a little nicer.
It looked nicer.
So not nearly as nice as I thought. There is some like little scratches that are like in there. The sides are kind of scuffed, so maybe paint the sides at least. Okay, here was the picture online. It looked really nice, like a cool desk, light color wood. And this dark brown wood is the nicest one he was able to find that was left, I guess.
We are picking up our first free item. I messaged this person on Facebook yesterday. I'm gonna make Andy go in and grab it. It's just on the porch though.
Let's put it this way, the chain weighs more than the plastic, or than the whole light.
Well, it's not as nice as I thought it was because it's like a plastic. I thought it was like a ceramic material, but it was free. So we're out nothing so far. We're gonna try to clean it up. I wanted to spray paint it, but Andy said it might like affect the light.
Good.
I'm gonna research, so we'll see how that turns out.
Next up, we have some pretty cool finds. So we've had like 3 neighbors move in the past month, and we picked up some free stuff from them. They tried to sell a lot of their stuff, but whatever was left, they let us have. And so we're gonna try to see if we could sell it. They said it was totally fine if we wanted to sell it, do whatever with it. So first up, I think we'll get some good money for this, is this wine cooler. So I'm gonna need to get some Windex, clean it up, but it works great. Okay, that's insane. This one looks very similar. This is $2.99, 24 bottles. They all look like 100, 200. Next is this brand new DeWalt tool, never used. Okay, 58 bucks, brand new online. Maybe try to sell it for 40 or 50. And then we actually bought this from them for $10. We thought maybe my sister would want it because she likes music, and this is a Woodstock Poster. It's already framed. She didn't want it though, so let's see. 45 by 33 is $85, $99. Let's see the size on this one. 32 by 44. All right, let's measure this thing. It's like 29 by 42. All right, since Andy has to work tomorrow, we're trying to hit up a few more places today. I actually found another person selling a queen box spring, so she said she's not home, so hopefully by the time while we're still out, she'll message me back. But we're also going to swing by our old apartment because a lot of times when we lived there, a lot of people would just get rid of stuff and leave it next to the dumpster, like pieces of furniture or like vacuum cleaners. There was always like random stuff, and it's on our way out, so we're gonna hit that up. We're also going to hit up Goodwill, and I'm gonna keep my eye on Facebook Marketplace. There's just a pallet.
It's garbage.
Oh, there's a suitcase.
Bad shape.
Not good. Yep, just rugs, garbage. Nothing, but it was worth checking, and it was right on the way out, so no biggie. All right, pulling into Goodwill, trying to see if there's any good furniture or cheap things that we could flip if we think there's a good deal, so let's see what we find. The Goodwill prices were terrible for flipping. Like, this super dirty chair was $45, and then they wanted like almost $20 for this lamp base. Like, go to TJ Maxx. So we struck out at Goodwill. I got some Bojangles. And the lady texted me back so we could go pick up the queen platform. Why do I keep calling it a platform bed? Because that's what they are now. Now they don't have really box springs anymore. They're just platforms. So I keep wanting to call it that. So we're going to pick up a queen box spring. And just to show you guys how hard it can be to grab some good quality free stuff, there was actually 3 free twin box springs, and it was posted 15 minutes ago, and I messaged her and it's already pending pickup. And funny story, we've had to sell a couple box springs, and before Andy was like, just toss them, nobody wants that. Surprisingly, people want them, and you could easily sell them for 50 to 100 bucks. So people get rid of them all the time, and people will also buy them. So if you see that, keep your eye out. But those were gone really fast. I quickly learned there's actually a lot of great free items out there, but you have to be super quick. I found myself checking Marketplace when I woke up, all throughout the day, and even before bed. I was on it all the time.
Have you found anything today?
So a couple things. I found this lady getting rid of her storage unit and had a ton of furniture. And it was posted 15 minutes ago, and she was like, sorry, they're all pending pickup. So that was a really good find, but not fast enough. And then I just messaged this other lady who's selling her 40-inch TV and also a stand for free. It's so hard. I even have an alert set. To wrap up all of our finds, we found this queen mattress platform for free. We also got this free pendant light that was kind of vintage and cool. And then we got this free DeWalt tool that was brand new, this free wine cooler. We paid $10 for this poster, and then $20 for the table. So we're all in right now for $30. Something I really focused on was cleaning up these items really nicely and taking great photos of them in good lighting just to really show them at their best potential. That's what I found with a lot of these is people just don't want to take the time to clean them up a little bit, make them look nice, and then flip them themselves. So first I need to clean it up, and then I'm gonna spray paint this with a textured paint that I got. And Andy knows a lot about electrical because this is kind of like messed up, so I'm gonna see what he thinks we should do. And then I'm gonna spray paint this gold and probably spray paint the gold to make it look nice and new again. But you know what I just noticed? This looks so corrosive. I'm gonna need to get Andy in here. Hey Andy, I need your help.
It's corroded?
Yeah, what do we do with it?
We placed the whole wire.
More trouble than what it's worth?
Yep.
Put more money into it than we'll probably get
And
out.
time, really, because I mean, I could take that out and then redo the wire, but you're looking at probably like $5 or $10 for the wire, and then
Plus like $5 for the spray paint I bought for
probably
it.
like an hour maybe.
I think that is a fail. I didn't really bother with cleaning up the light fixture because I didn't want to put so much time into it, but something I did think was worth putting the time into was the wine mini fridge. So this, I spent probably 15-20 minutes cleaning it up really nicely and getting it looking brand new. So I think this retails for a little over $200, but I wouldn't price it to sell because it does have like a tiny dent on top, some scratches on the side that wouldn't come out, but I still cleaned it up a lot nicer. Okay, let's start maybe at like 90. You think 90? I think that's fair.
I'd put it 100. You know, somebody's gonna come at you.
Come out and offer 75. So, okay, so we'll do that. Leave it at that for like 2 days because we're trying to
flip it in this week, so I want to price it to sell. Another thing I would really recommend is focusing on taking good photos, because a lot of times people don't do their items justice. For example, that pendant light, we thought it was a nice ceramic light, but it was just plastic. So a tip for this, use portrait mode on your phone, get a bunch of different angles, make sure you could see the whole product on the Facebook listing, and also do it in the shade so it's not harsh light like right here.
Yeah.
The only thing I ended up refurbishing this week was this desk. So I started by sanding it because it had more of a glossy laminate top on it and I had to get off some of the stickers on it. So then I wiped it down and I decided to spray paint it. So that cost me about $5 in material. So I have $25 in this desk and I decided to list it at $60 to start. But I actually think it came out pretty well. I saw people using spray paint for old school desks, so I thought this would work well on this.
All right, there we go. I actually think this turned out pretty good. I'm gonna wait till the sun sets to get some better pictures of it. And the top still has to dry a little more, and then I'm gonna wipe it down. I think it looks way better than it did. Okay, I went ahead and listed these three. This one for 100, this for 50, and this for 35.
Okay, I literally just got 3 messages within about a minute of each other about this light. And it does look really cool. I just think it photographs well, because in person it was not as cool as I thought. So I probably could ask more than $5, but let's just call it a bust and get rid of it. So I listed the platform bed, and now I'm also gonna list my DIY project.
Something that's gonna help you a lot when you're flipping things is to know the value and know what sells. So some things you wanna look for are pieces like solid wood. Anything solid wood, you could pretty much fix it up really nicely if you wanna refurbish it or just sell it as is, maybe give it a nice coat of polish. But solid wood furniture, people do get rid of this. You could really easily change out handles on it, and it's very valuable. Also, any working appliances or TVs, if you know how to fix them yourself, then you might want to grab some of the ones that need some fixing, but I don't know how to do that. So I stayed away from that and just focused on things that work. And lastly is just any furniture in general. So whether it's a desk, a chair, a couch, any actual furniture, I would say if it's in decent shape, you can sell it. Something I've noticed that doesn't sell quite as well is any kind of wall art, wall decor, no matter how big or small it is. It's really just more of a personal preference type thing. So I would kind of stay away from that unless you get it for free and just want to hold on to it. You just might hold on to it longer than you would a piece of furniture. It's first thing in the morning, but I sold the lamp, so total profiting $5 right now, a whopping $5. The guy is coming now to grab this DeWalt tool. Someone is interested in this box spring that we got for free, and they're paying us to deliver it as well. So we're getting $60 for this thing. I'm just gonna go over it and lint roll it, just kind of clean it up a little bit, but other than that, it's like in really good shape. So that box spring slash platform went for $60. We got it for free, and I worked out the time. I don't think we spent any more than 30 minutes total driving out of our way to pick it up, drop it off, and whatnot. So I would say $60 for 30 minutes of work. Super good. What do you say?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Today's the last day. I don't think anything else is gonna sell in time for this video. I did have one person reach out about the Woodstock painting and one girl reach out about my desk I refurbished, and she seemed really interested, and then she just stopped messaging me. So guess that was a no-go. I ended the week with $115 in sales minus the $35 that I put into this. So I profited $80, but I still have over $150 left of items to sell. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and I'll keep you posted with the progress. I think this is the great weekend slash evening hobby that you could spend a few hours a week and make some extra money on with very minimal effort. And I do realize people do turn this into a full-time thing, but keep in mind, just from what you've seen this week, it would take a lot of effort. You would have to be willing to drive in a larger radius unless you just happen to be in a really good area that just gets rid of a lot of free or low-cost items. So there's definitely potential there to make it full-time. You could definitely check out garage sales, estate sales, auctions. I did try to find some of those for this video and I couldn't find any that fell during this week. And with COVID, I just think there's not as many of them right now.
I do see a lot of potential with this side hustle with a few caveats. So number one, I would say it's extremely helpful. You really need a truck. Luckily with Andy's truck, we were able to get everything, but only a couple of the pieces would have actually fit in my car. So that really limits you to what you can get. Number two is I would say you have to have a relatively flexible schedule. If you're doing it throughout the week, on the weekends, of course, you'll have more flexibility, but during the week to get those free items, you really have to grab them fast. And the best way to do this is when a lot of people are at work. So if you could arrange a time in the afternoon or in the early morning, early afternoon, you could really grab some items that a lot of other people won't be able to grab. And number three, you're also gonna have to have a place to store these items. So luckily for us, we have space in our garage, but I've actually seen people rent out storage units if this gets big enough for them, they find it worthwhile. For me personally, and what I think maybe the average person would want while working their full-time job, is to do this as a side hustle. I think it's a great opportunity. If you could find 1 or 2 really good pieces a week, you can make an extra $100, $200 a week just doing that. So I definitely think it's something worth looking into. If you've tried this yourself, let me know in the comments down below, and also let me know what side hustle you'd like to see me try out next. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye.